Rich333 for 2. Mersh, I love you. I love you back, brother. And for 2 says, I miss Frozen. I miss him too. Did he die? Wait, did Frozen die? Did he join Mike David in the afterlife? I hope not. I like Frozen. I mean, I like Mike David too, but he's already dead. There's nothing I can do about that. I hope Frozen didn't die on us. Ghost of Michael Saul Tiberius David.
If it's not too expensive.
He's bought a coffee. You remind me of my former living self with less funding / Jew gold. I predicted Dalia, but I'm dead now. Now you must take him down. Do not let him get away. Please kill him. You know what, Mike? I know you're dead. And makes me sad. You know, I know we had our differences, but you know, you even when you would attack me or come after me, you know, you were always a class act. You know, you never took it beyond the comedy. You understood the sport. You understood the game. And you're missed, Mike. And I promise you, I'm going to give you 2 promises, Mike, that I will finish what you started. And I will follow your crusade to the end. Chris D'Elia will go down. And I also promise you that once she starts getting lonely and she's been wearing black for too long, I'm going to take care of Jules for you. And if she doesn't want me, somebody from my audience will. But somebody is going to take care of Jules for you too. And by take care, I mean, you know, pay the bills and eat her pussy and stuff. You know, you get it. Nathan Murphy says, why did you leave the Bring Back group? Well, I know I left before he's dead, but now that he's dead, I have no reason to go back. I left the Bring Back group, and I'll admit I was a little pissed off because Mike David and I have always been kind of cool with each other. Not friends, but just friendly with each other and never really had any ill will. And I'll tell this story. I've told this story before on the show. It was a while back. This was like a year, maybe 2 years ago. And, you know, Mike would always, you know, take shots at me, but they were always funny. They were never like mean-spirited. It was always like Mike was just breaking my balls and, you know, whatever. And I was always cool with Mike, whatever. And then I would always get these people tagging me going, yo, Mike David, yo, Red Bar, he's going at you hard. And I would always click it and I would watch it and I would go, like, he's being funny. Like, this is funny. Like, what are you talking about? He's not going after me. This is what he does. He does whatever. But one time I went on a vacation and I was with my at the time girlfriend. And I was with a couple of her friends and other people that, like, we mutually knew. So there's, like, a couple people around. And I got the same messages. I started getting tagged a lot. Yo, go check out his paywall show, dude. He fucking went ham on you. And I'm like, really? Like, and I was like, are you sure about that? Because, like, I hear that all the time, and it's usually I laugh. And maybe I took this a little too personally, but since I was confident that, like, Mike and I never took really nasty jabs, it was always like ball breaking. I was like, he's going to be ball breaking. This will be funny. And I felt confident enough to pull it up and play it in front of people. And I heard this, like, weird rant that he went on where he was, like, talking about, like, incels and, like, people that hate women. And it was, like, some segment, by the way, that had nothing to do with me. And then he said some weird shit about, it's like these guys, like, and he brought up, like, a few, like, Nick Fuentes types or whatever. Like, there's some internet incel types. But then he, like, lumped me and Royce in. And it wasn't the usual, like, let's get some comedy out of this. It was a very, I don't know, man, like, the tone of it was the first time I'd ever heard that tone with him where, like, he wasn't being funny. He was legitimately saying, like, oh, and these incels, like, oh, you're going to listen to people like that, or like, look at these guys like Royce and Mersh, like these guys, like they just fucking, they say bad things about women. It's like, they're not getting any women. Women don't like these fucking guys. Like, these are incel. Like, he was trying to like lump me in with some like legitimate internet incel, like high profile incels. And I was like, and it just felt like I kind of left the group because I was like, I was around friends and my girlfriend at the time. Like, it was like we were all hanging out, and I was like, and I literally was like, oh yeah, I'm just this guy, like he's always breaking balls. And then like I was playing it, and people were like, that doesn't sound very like he's cool with you. And I was like, yeah, it really doesn't. And then I just I just left the group because I was like the tone of it was just like, I wasn't like, oh man, I'm leaving. I'm gonna make it. I didn't post in the group and go, I'm leaving. I just quietly left because I was like, that came from, like, he just did a thing about me one time that, as many times as he goofed on me in the past, this particular time he did something that it came from a nasty, weird place. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, if that's how it is, like, I guess, I mean, I helped you beat Brian Redband, and I helped you get out of all your copyright strikes on YouTube. And, I used advice that our lawyer gave us that we paid for, and I gave it to you for free to help you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was a weird thing. Like, it was just a weird, like, I'll admit I left because I was a little insulted, and I was a little like, oh, okay, so that's how it is. Like, that's why I left. It wasn't like, I wasn't like, fuck him, dude. But it was just like oh, all right. Well, I mean, that's how you feel, I guess. Why am I hanging around in your fucking, your Facebook group? Like, I'm not going to, like, because his audience has always disliked me, and that's fine. But that was when I was like, wow, Mike kind of came from a weird place with that. I guess I'll just bounce, and I didn't announce a departure. I just did the Irish farewell. I just kind of just left the group. And then he tried to do some weird gay, like, everybody bully him into rejoining the group. And I was like, I still have my mustache. Like, you should understand by now, you're not going to bully me into doing anything you want. Like, you not liking my mustache is going to make me want to grow a thicker mustache. And you telling me you better come back to my Facebook group or we're going to keep trolling you. I'm like, well, now I'm never coming back. You know what I mean? Like, I might have come back, but once it became like a, you better, bitch, I was like, yeah, you're a bunch of faggots. Like, I'm not coming back there. Like, no, you try to be tough. I just want to point out, TK4TT just said, cool story. That is definitely you, P-Pad, isn't it? Is that you, P-Pad? Just admit it. Hey, Jackie, listen, your idol is dead. Mike David is dead. He's gone. If you want to survive on the internet, if you want these people to like you moving forward, we like honesty around here. Just come out and say it. Jackie, come out and say, I am who I am. And we'll respect it. But your internet god is dead. Your internet god is dead, and I'm the one who remains. So there's no shame. There's no shame in renouncing your former whatever and just kind of falling under the banner of the new prince here. So just admit it. Just admit it, P-Pad. Come on. Chip Chipperson, podcast's #1 fan with nice tits. Come on, Jackie. Just come out and admit it.